By the end of this video, guys, you're going to know everything you need to know about Xingqiu and how to build him all the way down to the littlest thing, so let's go and hop right into it. So Xingqiu really is not a DPS character, he's more of a burst support player, and I'm going to show you how to build him that way. I'm sure you could build him as a DPS, and maybe I will do a video on that in the future, but for now, we're going to focus on this aspect of him. It'll be very similar, though, in the way you build him. So we're going to go ahead and start off with his weapons. Now, the best part about this character is his best weapon is a 4-star, and it's also in the banner right now, so you can go ahead and pick this thing up, and it won't be too hard to get. It's a 4-star, so you will eventually get it more than likely, even out of the character banner. But you want basically anything with energy recharge on it, and the higher base attack the better. This is his best weapon because of the way it works, and I'm going to show you that right here. So in this little clip, you can actually see that it hits 2 different times with his E, so it'll actually give you double the amount of opportunity to allow your weapon to proc its little special ability. So it's really good on him. That's the main reason. Let's get back to the other stuff. Other than that, you basically just want something with energy recharge on it, and if you are good on energy recharge, then probably go with something like crit rate, crit damage, or attack percent, something around that area. So for the artifact set, I have to fully recommend Noblesse Oblige for him. It just really fits his kit really well, and it allows you to do a little bit more damage with your E button, and it does a lot of damage for your whole team, so definitely worth using that on this character. If you didn't use this, I would fully recommend using like a gambler set where you get that elemental reaction bonus with EM, because that'll definitely help out with him as well. So for the substats on all of your rules, you're going to want energy recharge as much as you can get it. Then you want crit rate, crit damage, and then elemental mastery. That's going to be your top 4 that you can get. Now, coming in behind that, I would fully recommend that you get HP if you're wanting to get some heals off of him, but if you don't need that, don't worry about it. HP isn't that bad on him, though, if you do have that. As you can see right here, my substats are not the best, so you don't need the best rolls on everything. You really don't, but what you're going to want for your sands here is energy recharge all the way. You definitely want that, and like I said, I obviously don't have the best rolls. Those are terrible. For your main stat on your sands, you're definitely going to want energy recharge on it, and like I said, don't have the best rolls at all. I got 13% defense on this thing. This thing is trash, but I still managed to do a lot of damage with him. For your cup, you're going to want hydro damage all day. That's definitely going to be your best one you can go with. You definitely don't need to run physical damage unless you're doing a DPS build, which is just not what you want really with him. And then for your headpiece, now I went with crit rate. This one can be a little tricky, just kind of depends on what you need. So obviously if you need a little bit of crit damage, go with crit damage, and then crit rate, get crit rate. Basically what the ratio is that you really want to go for is just a 1-to-2 ratio. You probably heard it a million times by now. Go with the 1-to-2 ratio with crit rate, crit damage. You'll be chilling. But if you don't need any crit rate or crit damage, say you're running some sort of weapon that gives you crit rate and you already have the energy recharge, so what you're going to want here is probably HP if you want to heal a little bit more, or elemental mastery. Elemental mastery wouldn't be too bad on him either. So like I said, Noblesse Oblige is going to be your safest bet on here. You don't have to have the best artifacts in the world, you just want a lot of energy recharge on them. Now for Constellations, I don't even have a single one, but if you do get them, they're actually good. None of them are bad really. They all give you a good bonus. I'm not really going to go through this and waste your time here, but they're good. If you got them, you got them. You don't need them at all. You really don't, but they're good though. Now, how I would recommend that you do your upgrades on your talents is probably going to surprise you if you do play him, because, you know, you use the rain cutter for a majority of your damage, or at least you would think that. The thing is, you're doing your E so often that I would recommend you go with your E first, then do this. But you kind of want to level them up at the same time. You want them to both be pretty high level, but definitely do not focus on your normal attacks. That's going to be a waste unless you're doing DPS Xingqiu, but I definitely have to say there's way better DPS characters than him. And like I said earlier, he gets a passive to where his E, he spawns these little swords in. They break whenever you take damage, and it gives you HP, so that's why you want to skill your HP if that's something that you're looking for. So you got a Hu Tao build, and you're using him as your healer. It's not a bad idea to do that. I've definitely done it, but usually most people won't have to do this, but it's there if you need it. And as far as crowning this player, I would fully recommend crowning him. He's definitely an all-around good person to have on your team. He fits into almost any team that I build. He's just super good, man. He's really, really good. Now, as far as leveling him up goes, really the main thing you want to do is get at least 60 out of 70. That'd be your 4th ascension, I believe, and then you're pretty much chilling on him. But what I did with mine was I leveled it up even higher so I get more talent upgrades because I use him so much. I'm telling you, he is one of the best players in the entire game, for sure, hands down. If you wanted to build a perma-freeze team with him, you could do it. You want to build a vaporize team with him, you can do it. You can literally do anything with him. He's so good. So guys, I hope this did help you guys out a little bit and kind of point you in the right direction. I tried to explain everything that I possibly could with him, even down to the little niches he has with this weapon right here. But if you guys did like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like on the video, maybe subscribe, hit the bell if you do subscribe, because my channel's small, it's hard to find me. over all these big content creators. And if you like what you see, I try to keep it as cut and dry as I can. I don't want to sit here and make you guys watch a 20-minute build video like most of these YouTubers are doing when you really don't need to know that kind of stuff. You just need to know what works and how it works and how to do it, and that's it. But all these other people will just sit there and talk about all kinds of ridiculous stuff. So if you're into that, you just want to get straight to the point on certain builds and whatever character's coming out, I'm your guy, man. Subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.